Ooh, Tamaris Earthshaker, huh? I mean, that's a pretty good deal for shifting 3, getting a 4/6. That's a pretty legit bomb, especially because it's a flyer. I think the test pilot might be just a better unit in general, just because it gives you a little more value. But that's pretty solid, even though it's in what people consider to be one of the worst factions in this format. But we could also take Belligerent Yeti. It's another pretty strong primal card, but I think we might as well take the rare here. It's pretty awesome. The art's really cool too, so let's go ahead and grab that guy. You doing fine? Glad to hear it, man. Glad to hear it. Yeah, you like the Earthshaker? It's a pretty sweet card. Ooh, and a Withstand. Man, that's it's pretty good power back to back there. I mean, we could take Huru Insignia. Cherry Axe is fine. Direwood Lurker is kind of interesting, I guess. Don't really want to do Outdraw, even though it can be good. It looks like a fire card was probably taken in this pack. Most likely, anyway. Could be a time card as well. Or some kind of hybrid, maybe. Although there really aren't that many hybrid cards, so I don't think it's a hybrid. Yeah, Withstand definitely is good support for pretty much anything. And I mean, putting it on Tamaris would be pretty nice. I think we'll go ahead and scoop it up. Why not? Oh, P-Top Trekker. I don't think Trekker's good in this color combination. If we were in Fire, maybe. Although we may not necessarily play this Withstand. Like, if we end up taking Trekker here and find a bunch of Scout, maybe it doesn't matter. Oh, look at that. That is just gorgeous. I love when they give you the alternate language cards. The alien hieroglyphics versions. So we could take Twinsai here, we could take Trekker. I think maybe since Trekker is just the most powerful card, we might as well take it. Because like, what else are we going to take? Surveyor? Or Twinsai? I guess Test Pilot. Test Pilot's pretty strong too, but I think there's enough Scout in Primal alone that Trekker's probably worth it. And it looks like a rare and an uncommon we're taking out of this pack, so must have been pretty good cards, because Trekker's a pretty legit bomb if you find enough Scout. I think we probably should take the Trekker just as a hedge. We may not end up playing it, but I think it's worth it. Hey, what's up, Royalty? How are you tonight? Good to see ya. Yeah, I think we're gonna go Trekker here. So no Scout here. We do have a Terry Axe, which is fine. It's certainly not as good as Tamaris, of course, but it is interesting at least. So we could maybe not necessarily hold ourselves to Huru yet. So we could maybe take the Needle Splitter just because we saw P-Top Trekker on pick 3, so it seems like Scout is pretty open, which makes me think we should maybe start picking up some fire cards here, and another Scout payoff may put us down that path, where I think Terrax is probably a little more versatile of a threat and leaves us more open. I think we might want to hedge with the Needle Splitter, because we might be pretty open in those colors and in Scout in general, so I think we're going to go for it. And now there's no Primal left, so either they were already on Primal and there were just tons of Primal cards in the rest of the packs, or they have now shifted to Primal. Either one of those seem decently likely. I think the Char is probably the best pick here over the Outdraw. Certainly not going to be taking Bren Scrying. I don't care how much we want Scout. We're not taking Bren Scrying. So glad to see the fun part of the draft. Makes watching the games better for me. Absolutely. I love the drafting portion as much as I love the games. 3 bomb cards already in this deck? Yeah, we certainly do. I mean, I'm still not sure we're going to play with Sand. I feel like we might be going Fire Primal instead. Certainly not out of the question though, and with Sand is definitely, I mean, this is even maybe splashable even though it's double justice. Potentially. It's that good, but we'll have to see. We could take the Flash Grenade or the Curator here. Those also seem reasonable. Char is pretty strong. Maybe we take Curator anyway, because we may not end up in a dedicated Scout deck, and we'll just take any Primal Scout that we can find. I don't think Justice has any Scout in this format, at least not to my knowledge. Some of these drafts seem super random. Seeing pack 1, pick 3 Heretic Cannon. That does, yeah, that definitely does not make sense to me either. That's pretty nuts. So yeah, I mean, we could be picking behind somebody who maybe is a little bit inexperienced in the format, potentially. That is definitely a possibility. So maybe the signals are not even worth reading, potentially. That said, there's not a single primal card in this pack, so we kind of maybe need to choose here. I certainly am not taking Brenn's Scrying, so it's kind of between Curator and Flash Grenade. I think maybe we go Flash Grenade or Char. We could take Char as well. So I really don't know which to pick, honestly. Maybe we just take Flash Grenade to be safe, or we could take the unit. All these three seem relatively reasonable to me. Tinker. Oh, Lingering Influence on Auric Lookout. Also Tinker. Are these things that we've seen? I haven't seen any of those. Hey, what's going on, T-Feek? How you doing tonight? Oh, you're naming cards with Scout. I see. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I gotcha. So there are definitely some that we could get. That's a good call. Alright, well, I think we'll take the Curator. It's not unheard of that it'll be reasonably good in our deck. Hey, what's up, Mom? Yeah, we are trekking our way to the top of the high ranks in the leaderboards here. Oh my goodness, we got the cast raid. Thank you so much, man. Wow, 114 people. Welcome all you raiders. Welcome cast. Thank you again so much for the raid. I really appreciate that, man. So what do we pick here? I mean, we're kind of waffling a little bit. We need to narrow down what our off color is. Like, are we gonna focus on Scout, which we probably should since we have Trekker and Spitter? But I mean, that also can be a trap sometimes. Trying to get minus 9999 MMR in draft. That's probably what mine is already. It is Party Slime. Thank you again, man. Really do appreciate that. How was your stream? Hope it was great. So, do we just go mining team here? Do we lean into the Scout or do we go Huru? I don't know if either one of them is just necessarily better than the other. Probably neither one is that good. But maybe we take the mining team. It would be one Scout of the things that we've found so far. It's hard to go away from Withstand here. Hey, Jules D. Great, thank you so much for that follow. Hey, Orange Skippy, how are you tonight? Last few drafts helped since I think I'm like 20% win rate. Oh my goodness, that's rough. It was fun. We had 3 drafts. One of them went 7 wins and a couple 3 wins. Nice. I mean, that's pretty solid in this format, at least by my standards. I have not been finding a ton of success in this format yet. I think I only have like 2 7 wins so far. So kind of pathetic, honestly. So for me, getting like 3, 4, 5 wins is pretty solid. I think we will take the mining team here. The alternatives are kind of decent removal, subpar to decent interaction on a stick. That's pretty expensive. Pretty subpar 2-drop, and then a pretty decent Spells Matters card, which we already have one of and may not even see play. Sergeant's also fine, but I think if we're going to end up in fire, we might as well take as much Scout as we can find, so probably should take mining team here. What are some good draft setups right now? I'm trying to learn it now. I am probably the wrong person to ask. Like I said, I haven't had a ton of success. Maybe Mum or Cass can speak to that a little bit better. I think things that are pretty good, or at least factions that are pretty good, are Time, at least in my experience. Time and Fire and Justice are pretty strong. And aggro in general as an archetype is one of the better things you can be doing. I think we're going to take the mining team here and see if we can find more Scout. Man, we are finding a lot of Causal Curators. Goodness gracious. I don't think we want to go Dynamancy Enthusiast. Not thrilled by ever seeing that, honestly. I think we maybe just take the coin. Oh my goodness, Royalty, thank you so much for that $5. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you, thank you. That is awesome. Huge thanks to you. And Danners, thank you very much for that follow as well. Thank you, thank you. Alright, so I think we go coin here. Nothing else is really that good, and coin's pretty solid. I think we take a furnish in case we find some blurry chasers or things like that we want to be twisting. I don't think call to arms is very good, so furnish is pretty solid by itself. And a second mining team is good. Belligerent Yeti. That's sweet twist value paying off here. It's gonna go in the pool, and in the pool. Oof. I mean, I really wish we were in time, because Temple Captain's fantastic. Definitely do not think it's splashable in any way, shape, or form. I think Rebel Sharpshooter is probably where we want to be here. We could take Storm Talisman. It does scout. Kind of terrible beyond that, though, so not thrilled about that pick. Snowcrust Ready is fine. It's also pronounced Snow Crust, but you know, sometimes I can pronounce things, sometimes I can't. A Rebel Sharpshooter seems like the best card in the pack. Overheat, I think, lends itself to our Scout game plan, obviously, because it has Scout on it, but the fact that it's a slow spell just feels so bad. I don't understand why that's not a fast spell. Maybe just because it's such a big boost to his stats. But I think it's got to be Sharpshooter here. Nothing else is really appealing, aside from maybe the Overheat and the Talisman, specifically because they have Scout, and I don't think that's a good enough reason to pick them. So I'm pretty sure it's Sharpshooter here. I'm making it rain, absolutely. And thank you again, Royalty, really do appreciate that. You're killing this format, Missing Matter? Well, that's awesome, man. I wish I could say the same. It's supposed to be like Lava Axe if you put it on a flying unit, I guess. Yeah, I mean, that's true. It certainly isn't a terrible card. It just seems so odd that it's not a fast spell to me. But we're going to go Sharpshooter here. I think it's probably the best thing we can be doing in that pack. Not a single Scout here. We got a Light 'em Up. We got a Bladekin Apprentice. I think Bladekin Apprentice is actually pretty sweet. The fact that it has Quick Draw, it swings in as a 2/1. It doesn't block amazingly, of course, but if you get this thing rolling on turn 2, it can potentially run away with things pretty quickly. And if we find decent weapons to put on it, or some other way to pump it up, it could be pretty good. I don't think we want the Cloud Snake at all. Dirk seems subpar, at least in this deck specifically. And Workshop Forge, no thank you. I think we just go Bladekin. It's a pretty good 2-drop. It's been kind of disgusting. Well, hey, when you're on, right? And good for you, man. I again, wish I could say the same. I'm hoping to get in a better rhythm. I feel like I'm sort of starting to figure it out to some extent, but it's still kind of lounging around in the 2 to 3 win range on average, I would say. But I've gotten a few pretty decent, you know, 5, 6, 7 win drafts. So I feel like I'm getting there, but just definitely not there yet. So there's actually a few reasonable picks in this pack. I like Flash Freeze a lot because we have actually 0 interactions so far. Cave Diver's a really solid 2-drop. It does Scout. The Freewing Glider, man, I wish that buffed health. Obviously giving flying is sweet and buffing the booty is nice. And also it gives you a Scout. But I think between these things, it's either Cave Diver or Flash Freeze here. And as much as I want the Flash Freeze, maybe we do take the Cave Diver. 2/2 for 2 is awesome. If we can find any kind of relevant relic to potentially make it a 4/2 would be nice, but it's not completely necessary. And the ultimate is fitting in with what we're trying to do, at least to some extent. But that Flash Freeze is very appealing. This format's not bad. Draft green, yellow bombs, or red any other color aggro. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Or draft Felon to show off how good you are. Yeah. Well, that's the mum way, right? Never drafted felon so far. Can't let my house of cards collapse. Yeah, yeah. You wouldn't want to. You wouldn't want to be like breaking into the 200 range. You gotta keep that rank nice and high. You've gotten 7 on felon. Wow, nice. Missing matter is on it. Maybe we should take the interaction. I feel like we should because we have absolutely none so far. I went for it. We found another piece of interaction here. Lightning Strike is pretty solid. Blink Wolf also pretty nice. I think I'd rather have the interaction here, so we're gonna go for it. Fireplace Finder, no thank you. To the rest of this pack, I also say no thank you. It's all pretty bad. Torrential Downpour, not super appealing. Found the good player, yeah. Yeah, the good player's not on the stream currently. The mediocre player's on stream. None of this is good at all. I mean, light them up, I guess, is fine. Can be good if we end up going wide, which doesn't look like we're there yet. We need a lot more 2-drops. Fireplace Finder's exceedingly disappointing in my eyes. And Downpour, equally disappointing. I don't think any of this really matters. I guess we just take the Fireplace Finder because it's a scout and it's a 1-drop. It's just so bad. It's all really bad. 6-2 right now with an almost mono fire one. Last game is close. Wow. Mono fire, I mean, I feel like you can get there with mono fire if you get the right pieces. It's so gross, but I guess we'll take Fireplace Finder. Pummel is really good. That's definitely something we're interested in here. Now I think we can take the Slide 'em up. Certainly not stoked about it, but it's fine. Guess who takes Snow for it? I'd rather have it over the vanilla 5-3. Compass, I guess, is fine. Trailblaze Icebow Frontrunner. I think I'd rather have the Trailblaze just because it scouts and replaces itself. Frontrunner's not super exciting to me. Flame Belcher. The 10 firebombs in the bottom half of the enemy deck. Fantastic. What a lovely rare. I mean, it is just a 2-2 for 2, so I guess we take it. If we find some other ways of actually beefing it up, like we could put a pummel on it. The Overwhelm's nice. Lightning Strike is also pretty reasonable. Number 2. Pyrodept, I'd rather have the Flame Belcher over the Pyrodept. Just, I mean, it's a 2-2 for 2, right? It could be worse. So I guess we take it. It's certainly not the rare we were hoping for, although I'm not sure what the rare we were hoping for is, but... Left Right Courtier disagrees. Our card draw has never felt really that good in this game for some reason. Yeah, I mean, Courtier is pretty solid. I feel like card draw is pretty good. Maybe not necessarily in limited so much, but Courtier is a bit of a special case, right? Because it's pulling power out of your deck that basically just thins you for more action, which that's a little bit better than drawing cards, right? Just meant I don't like Wisdom of the Elders or Ancient Lore as much as many. Yeah, I mean, they can be really good, they can also be pretty bad. If they draw you 2 sigils, it doesn't really do you much, does it? I guess it just gets those out of the way for the next draw, potentially. But I think we're going to go Flame Belcher here, even though it's not amazing by any means. It's good enough. It's a thing. Vapor Hut was really understatedly good. Yeah, I never played with Vapor Hut, but I feel like it could be good. Especially with Infused Guardian. Yeah, very slow, because I think it costs 5 to activate, which that part is kind of gross. I think we take Grenamotive here. It's actually not bad. Stormcaller could be interesting. I think I'd rather have Grenamotive though, and I'd rather have the cannon over the actual heretic. Ooh, could take a shiny Seed of Glory. I think we'd rather have Backpacker's Machete though. Seems infinitely better. Especially because I don't think we're actually going to splash Justice after all. Rip Withstand, but you gotta do what you gotta do, you know? Now we could take the Overheat. I think I'd rather have the Wall Breaker or the Ace, maybe. Neither one of them is like incredibly exciting to me, but also not unreasonable. I think because it's a little more aggressive, we'll take the Wall Breaker. Stats are just a bit more appealing for what you get. And the Overheat does have Scout, but man, just really wish that was a fast spell. If that was a fast spell, it would be a snap pick for me, but just don't think I can do it here. So the Gruen's pretty good, but man, another Lightning Strike seems pretty solid. This is the third one we've seen too. I think we're gonna go Strike here. We'll find some 2-drops. Backpacker's Machete number 2, we will take. And another Sharpshooter, that's fantastic with all these machetes we got. Pyrodept, not exciting, but it is a 2-drop. It's pretty aggressive. We're gonna put the Meddling in the pool. Spitfire in the pool. Trailblaze, not unreasonable. Oh, oh man. I'm gonna my final Oni deck using Oni Workshop to you. Has a winning record in Diamond? Awesome, Royalty. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. I've been looking for one to pick up. I just haven't gotten a chance to pick it up yet. And of course we find Platemaker now. Can we just pivot into Justice on this last pack? Oh man. I mean, that one actually might be worth splashing Justice. And then maybe we also just splash that and the Withstand. I mean, obviously they're both double Justice, so that's really bad, but kind of hard to pass that up. That card is disgustingly good. Saw that and flooded again. 6 and 3 is more than fine missing matter. It is really good. Had 6 cards in the deck that won it, but just couldn't find any of them. Ah, that's a bummer, man. Have Withstand, Platemaker, you just play them? Yeah, I think that's true. Like, yeah, it's a double Justice Splash for both of those, but how do you pass up playing a Platemaker? I don't know the answer to that question, therefore I think we gotta do it. It seems crazy, and it is crazy, but we're gonna do it, damn it. Why not? Cut Peak Top? We could cut Peak Top. I mean, we kind of are just 3-color. You're right, for sure. I don't think we're going to play the Curator, even though we have a decent amount of spells. Well, maybe we will. Maybe we will. Because it is a pretty good blocker, so it's not the end of the world. We're definitely taking Platemaker. Why not? Oh, might need to cut Peak Top and Flame Belcher both. Yeah, I think we might. I think we definitely might. Oh my goodness. 2 in a row. That is insane. So maybe we're just abandoning the Scout plan altogether and just cut Peak Top, cut the Spitter. Can we just cut Primal? No, we can't cut Primal. We could cut the Trailblazers for sure. I think we are just 3-color, but we're just gonna keep like all the best pieces of the 3 colors. Like, we'll keep Tamaris. I don't think we need the Fireplace Finder anymore. Probably don't want Flame Belcher either, just because it's double red. This is a crazy deck. But I do think cutting as much Primal as we can is pretty reasonable, except for the interactive pieces, because the interactive pieces are really good. We just need some units now. Just cut Primal? I mean, we could cut Primal. The problem is we lose so much interaction that like we would literally have 0 after that, so I don't think we want to go that far. Maybe we just keep the interaction parks? Maybe? 3-color good stuff? Oh yeah. I think Pilot is one of the better picks here. I don't think Ruins Guide does anything for us. Mining Team, we already have 2, so we definitely don't need a 3rd. Sorceress has not been impressive for me, so I think the best pick is Test Pilot, or maybe Granite Coin, but we need units, so I think Test Pilot for sure. Mining Team for turn 2 Scout. Really want Scout now for fixing? Yeah, we definitely do, yeah. Pilot 2 Machete though? Yeah, I mean, the Machetes are solid. We've got 2 Sharpshooters as well. Like, I think our units are pretty strong. And a Test Pilot's going to go a long way in that effort as well. So we'll go ahead and pick that up. Now we could take another Mining Team. Not incredible, but like you said, we do want the scouts. Could take another test pilot though? Maybe that's a little bit better. We're gonna need some major 2-drop action coming pretty quickly. But another test pilot is pretty fine. Tammy will shake their world for sure, yeah. She certainly will, because they won't be expecting her. We definitely do need good on-curve units, absolutely. Good opportunity to teach Mum how to 3-color. I'm not teaching Mum anything. Mum has nothing to learn from me. I don't know how some people can just draft very quickly. I mean, it's definitely better to think through your picks before you just snap off a bunch of them. I think maybe Mining Team's a little better than Test Pilot in this situation, because it'll be our third, essentially, that costs 2. So that basically gives us 6 2-drops that are pretty solid. That's not bad. Even though I do want this Test Pilot, I think because this is a Scout and it technically curves out on 2, I think we do want another Mining Team. As weird and maybe crazy as that sounds. Could also take the Rallying Sergeant, but our top end is Platemakers and Tamaris. So I don't think we really need to worry about that being a thing. So I think it's Mining Team. Yeah, experience certainly helps with the speed of drafting, definitely. Oh yeah, Mum's definitely a noob. I mean, he's like rank 300 or something, right? He only gets like 2 to 3 7 wins per day, so he's a scrub basically. Yeah, rank 320 Trash Raptor, yeah. Double Fire is bad, very true. I think it is between Mining Team and Test Pilot, and because this can be a 2-drop, we're gonna take the Mining Team. Horde Duelist is sweet, High Alert is sweet. Man, I wish we could find a Retribution, although I doubt that we're gonna get that. I'm not really loving this Belligerent Yeti anymore, but it is a 2-drop, so I kind of think we need it. And I think we want to maybe not quite diversify our 2-drops in color so much, so we should probably just take the Horde Duelist here. High Alert is certainly fantastic, but we have so many tricks as it is, and interaction. I'm not sure we can afford to take it because we only have 15 units. We need units pretty bad. 3 colors basic stuff. I've been splashing Crown of Possibilities in my Rakana decks for years, yeah. Hey, what's going on, SG? How are you tonight? Reclaim for J-fixing half Kappa, yeah. I don't think we want to go quite that far. I mean, yes, it is Justice fixing, right? But only if you already have Justice, which we reasonably should on turn 4, but I think I'd rather have a unit. We only have 15 so far. Although I think all of them are playable. But I think we're going to go Duelist here. Yes, Mum is here, VG. Yes, it would be JJ fixing. That is true, but I should try to draft newer cards. Yeah, I mean, rare drafting is certainly a thing you can do. And not unreasonable to do so. Auric Lookout's fantastic here. We're just going to scoop that up real quick here. Another Tauride. Why not? Wow, we are really open in Justice here. Another Tauride? Could take a Twin Sai, I guess, but it's just another really good flying unit. Tauride Tribal, baby. Salamander's decent. Curator, I guess is fine. We'll take it. Another Belligerent Yeti, not bad at all. Alright, so we found some units. This turned on a dime, but we found some pretty good stuff in that last pack to kind of save this, I think. We honestly probably could cut a lot of the Primal, but we're just going to try to go all out and take the 3-color action here. Yeah, we had some really late test pilots there. You definitely have 3 days to hit Masters. Is it just 3 days left? Wow, man. May has gone by so quickly. Yeah, let's get some time in here. That's a good call. Oh, man. Alright, so what are we cutting here? I think we can cut the Furnish, even though we have the... Well, we have the Yetis and the yeah, the test pilots. So maybe we do want Furnish. I think we definitely want Lightning Strike and Flash Freeze as well. I don't really want to cut any of the units. We really only need to make, I think, 3 cuts. I think we can get away with, well, we should probably go 17 power, shouldn't we? We have a lot of 4-drops. I think the curators can go. They're never going to be that good. We have better 4-drops, definitely. What else can we cut? So, I mean, that puts us at 16 power currently. We could just cut the compass. Maybe that's just the deck right there. So we need double justice, double primal, but I think we only need single fire, which is nice. Yes, that checks out. Now that we took the 2-drop double fire guy out, definitely checks out. It's kind of gross that our main color, we only need single pip, and our 2 off colors, we need double pip. That's pretty gross. We're going for it though, why not? We're having fun tonight, right? Cut primal, please. Light him up. Yeah, I guess light him up definitely can go as well. We are not going wide here. Yes. So, I mean, that puts us 17 power here. Ugh. 755 for sources. Not loving that. Although, again, we only need 1 fire source. Could we reasonably cut primal? I mean, we'd have 0 interaction if we cut primal, so I don't think so. Like, I honestly don't think it's possible for us to cut primal altogether. We would have, yeah, 100% at 0 interaction, so not in favor of that idea. How far into the draft do you lock in what factions you're playing? Well, I mean, you saw it here, we didn't really lock it in until the very end, like the beginning of this last pack, because Platemaker really forced us into the justice here. Where we got the withstand early and we were thinking we might just cut it, and then Platemaker showed up, and then Platemaker number 2 showed up, and all that got thrown to the wind. Just splash? I mean, so we're just splashing for these? Cut the Furnish, the Yeti. I mean, I want to keep Tamaris at least. We could cut the Yetis, certainly. And then what do we bring back? Like the 4-drops? The Causal Curators? Guess we could also bring back the Flame Belcher, maybe? Although double red on 2 seems impossible in this deck. I mean, the nice thing is we don't need double justice until 4, and we don't need double primal until 5. So it's really, like, it looks bad on paper, but I don't think it's really as bad as everyone's making it out to be in chat. Usually by the start of pack 2, but it's quite flexible. Yeah, I think that's generally good advice. Yeah, we certainly don't have enough units to cut primal altogether either. Well, I mean, I guess we do technically, but just we'd be super low on 2-drops. I think this is fine. Like, yeah, we're gonna get screwed on influence, probably, almost definitely, but sometimes we're gonna get Platemaker and win just by that, you know? So, like, does it really matter? I don't think so. I think we have enough raw power here that we can fight through the inadequacies of our power base. Check it with Shiftstone. Yep, that's a good call. Let's do that. Alright, bring up Shiftstone now. Boop. Oh, whoops. I need to export. Alternatively, you can be really sure about one of them and flexible on the second a little further in. Depends on the draft. Yeah, that's also good advice too. Like, you kind of saw we were pretty hard in fire, and then we were kind of trying to figure out our second color, and then we ended up in a third color as well. So it definitely shifts as you go. Right, so 30% for Platemaker on 4 is gross. I'll give that to you. 58%, oh, that's Furnished. We're not going to get there anyway. We don't even want to ever play that on 1, obviously. 64% for Belligerent Yeti. Not amazing, but not the end of the world. The fire looks fine to me. Everything there looks fine as well. Why is it listing withstand as single justice? That's not correct. Earthshaker at 40%, not ideal either. But I mean, we're gonna miss on those some amount of time, right? It's just by nature of how things are going, and I don't think we can risk cutting any of the fire sources. Like, I think 755 is just what it has to be. What are we gonna go, like 944? I don't think we can do that. At least there's tons of scout to help out Andras. That's very true. Yeah, it's a perfect color pie. Perfect symmetry. We have achieved perfect balance. Everything is in order. I think we need to toss double primal and add more justice. Maybe that's true. We could cut Tamaris, although that's kind of a legit bomb. Then again, we have maybe a little bit more legit bomb in the Ixtun Platemaker. Maybe Tamaris just doesn't do enough. And she does have shift 3, but I don't think we're ever going to shift it on 3, right? So maybe you're right. Maybe we just cut Tamaris and then we're okay going down to 4 primal, go up to 5 or 6 justice. That maybe is a little better. Yeah, cut Tamaris. Yeah, maybe that's right. We needed the reclaim. I don't think we needed the reclaim. It would definitely be fine, but low-key that reclaim kind of clutch. It wouldn't have been bad, certainly. Not played Tamaris in regular decks, to be honest. Yeah, no, I mean, it would have been pretty good if we had it. You don't like her that much? That's why you said half kappa? Yeah. I think raising the probability of playing Platemaker is better. Yeah, I guess specifically because we have 2 and we just have 1 Tamaris. I think you guys are right. We can cut 1 Tamaris. And by 1, I mean the only one we have. So we cut Tamaris. And then what do we add in? We just go 18 power? Seems like we don't really need to. We could just go like this and then maybe add in one of the 4 drops potentially. Don't think we need light 'em up or any of that nonsense. Just play 1 Causal Curator. Our curve is now even higher, which isn't great, but I don't think anything else is really worth it. Like Compass maybe doesn't seem that great. Or I guess we could bring in the Fireplace Finder, but that also doesn't seem that great versus the Curator. I think I'd much rather have Curator, even though it's not going to attack very often. It's a good blocker. It's a reasonable 4-drop unit. It seems fine. And the Mining Team is like a 2-drop, so you can kind of shift a little bit over to here, so it seems okay. And having that extra justice does feel a bit better here. We could maybe cut a little more primal, but I don't know if we have enough justice to fill the void, and we need these lightning strikes and flash freezes, because again, that's our only interaction. Really like Tammy, just not in this deck. Yeah, it's stretching us a little too thin on our off colors. We cut the 2 1-drop Yetis, so we don't need primal until later. Well, they're 2-drop Yetis, right? But yeah, maybe you're right. Then our 2-drops are these 3, and I guess these 3 as well. So that's still 6 2-drops. It's not terrible. And then what do we bring in? Do we just bring in another Curator? And maybe, I guess we could bring the Compass back in? Certainly not sensational by any means. Definitely don't want the light 'em up. The Ruin, obviously, we don't want. Nor the Needle Spitter. I guess we could bring in Needle Spitter. We have, how many scouts do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7? Maybe not. Doesn't really seem worth it. So we bring our curve up even more by bringing in another Curator and then the Compass, I guess? Doesn't seem great. Why not Trailblaze? Well, I mean, if we're taking out a 2-drop Primal card, why are we putting in another 2-drop Primal card, right? Like, if we're taking these out, we don't want to replace them with these, if the reasoning is that we don't want early Primal, right? So, if anything, we just leave those in and just call it good. Trailblaze 1 maybe? I guess maybe because it could be later in the game. Like, we actually do want this on 2. This may not necessarily be on 2. But I mean, we could bring in Flame Belcher. We just add in the second Curator and the Flame Belcher. The double red seems more reasonable now, I guess. It's certainly not incredible. Also just not that good. I feel like we're gonna get it stuck in our hand too often for it to be worth it. But yeah, I mean, we could bring in the other Curator. And I guess we bring in the Trailblaze, or we could just leave one Belligerent Yeti. I think it's fine to have at least one. Yeah, the double F is pretty rough. I think we're fine leaving one Belligerent Yeti. Curve is so high now. Like that's not how you want your curve to look. But I mean, we are running 17 power, so maybe it's fine. We could go 18 power. Maybe we just go like this and go up another Justice. Let's see what this looks like in Shift-Stoned. Well, we only have 6 spells for Curator, so it's really not going to be that great, is it? And I mean, we would have to add in Trailblazes to be adding in more spells. The only other spells that are relevant are like nothing. Trailblaze is the only actual reasonable thing to bring back in. Yeah, the only spells we're not playing are the Trailblazes, and I guess the Surso's meddling, but I have no interest in that. Light 'em up, we're not going wide enough for that either. So if anything, it's just another Trailblaze. Like, maybe we do one Trailblaze and cut the second Curator. I think I might like that a little bit better, because again, we're probably not going to be playing this on 2, but we could. And it is a scout, and it replaces itself. Not to mention it's a spell, so it helps with this one Curator, but I think that makes me a little more comfortable with that situation. That seems fine to me. I mean, losing the 2-drop Yeti is a little bit bad, because it is a really strong unit. But maybe this is okay. Let's see what this looks like in Shift-Stoned here. Alright, so now we have a 50% chance of Platemaker on 4. That's pretty good, actually. 55% for the Lightning Strike and the Trailblaze. Not amazing, but I think it's reasonable enough. And everything else looks pretty good, actually. So the Trailmaker is certainly still not a great chance, but it's better now. I think I'm more comfortable with this. Not having the double primal feels much, much better. Maybe we don't need the Furnish anymore, although it could make those Toroid test pilots absolutely huge, so it's probably worth having the one of. I think this is fine. Wait, are we actually at 18 power here? We are at 18 power. Do we need 18 power? Maybe it's not horrible to have it, especially with all the scouting. I think it's fine. Looks reasonable, plus so much scout. Have 2 Platemakers though. Yeah, I mean, that's just a reasonable finisher by itself, honestly. I think it's fine. I think it's time to say we've done it and pull the trigger here. Oh, for Furnish. Oh yeah, so we have the test pilots and the Platemakers. Both make Furnish pretty reasonable to keep around. So yeah, it seems fine to me. Let's do it. Let's run it. Do you want to hit the 4-5 and have enough influence? Yeah, 18's certainly fine. No fire is really, really bad. We gotta redraw this too. Please, deck. Oh, perfect. Absolutely perfect in every way. I've never loved a hand more. We need one more Justice, that's all we need. And we have 2 scouts. I think we're gonna get there. Hey, Fayrule, thank you so much for that follow. Really appreciate that. Ixtun, yeah, Ixtun goal. Hey, I mean, at least we hit our influence here. Come on, give me a Justice. There we go. Alright, so influences are online. We have no worries. Drawing mining team is ass. Yes, it is certainly not amazing to be drawing the mining team. Much rather be warping that off the top. That said, Platemaker is fantastic. And we are going to draw one this turn and slam it. Actually, do we slam it this turn or do we play the wall breaker first? I guess we can't both play and twist the Platemaker because it's twist 3, I believe. Yeah, we got JJ, so therefore we won. Would have kept the second hand greedy but had good units. Yeah, well, luckily we have found a very good unit here, and that's a Minotaur Platemaker. So I think this one is going to end up being much better than what that second hand would have been, because we had, I think, no fire at all. So we probably would have been stuck doing nothing for way longer than we have in this hand. So I think we made the right choice. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought I was disconnecting. I was a little worried there. I'm not going to risk they have a Streets of Flame. So we're just going to take the 2 here. They definitely had a pause, so they could have Streets of Flame, definitely. Unblockable 4/4 Spog, yeah. Yeah, this was definitely way better. What does that? Makes it reckless? I mean, okay, I don't care at all. It's completely fine. Go ahead and swing 10 this turn. Not bad. Oh, they have a lightning strike. Oh, flash freeze. Okay, sure. Well, that's not great for us, but not the end of the world either. We're probably going to test pilot next turn. We do not need a lightning strike that. So we'll test pilot next turn. Hopefully we draw power so we can also twist it. Not the end of the world if we don't, though. It's a lot of coins you got there. So far these things being reckless is not super concerning to me. Yeah, I think we go test pilot and just get in for 2. Because then we can start twisting onto test pilot, which is great. Let's just twist this even more and get huge. Wow, that's a lot of stun they have in their deck. That is something we will want to lightning strike in the near future. Stunning the same 2, interesting. Not sure about that actually, but sure. Like 2/3 and twist the 2/2. I mean, we could have gone that way, yeah. I don't know, I think having a flying dude with the weapon on it is maybe a little bit better. So we can twist onto test pilot. I think we're gonna do that now. And then we're gonna leave this up. We're not gonna do this. Not gonna do this. I think I'm okay holding back here. Just to, they're not gonna swing with that, right? Yeah, I don't think they are. We're just gonna play this normal way, not even shift it. Get another scout. Pummel is fine, I guess. We're a little pinched on power, but I think it's okay. And we're just gonna pass. I remember a time where Strike was a good constructed card. Yeah, way back in the day, Strike was definitely pretty good. Back before we had all this Defiance nonsense. What did they use to kill that? Oh, Warlock, okay. Sizzleback. Alright, so we swing here. I think here as well seems fine. Let's go like that, and then we will pummel if they block. Would love it if they block the 4/4 here. Defiance is a gross card. Bad design in your opinion? I think it's just way too undercosted. It needs to cost at least 2. for it to be not completely busted, because it is definitely pretty busted. Yeah, that's another Platemaker opponent. You're reading that right. This deck is ridiculous. Glimpse the possibilities. Okay. Pretty good rip. What's next? That's it? Yeah, that's pretty good. Not bad hits at all. Two JJ maybe? Yeah, that might actually make it a reasonable removal card. Man, I really wish we were drawing power here, but it's okay. We have to swing this, and I think that's all we swing with. Let's see what they do. Looks like they're setting up for a double block of some sort. Probably with the 3-4 and the 1-1 maybe? 3-4 and the 2-2. Well, Pummel gets them both, so that works for me. Fire, yes, you can stay. I think so that this trades evenly. We're gonna go ahead and twist, or do we? Maybe not. Let's play the sharpshooter instead, because then we can twist onto the sharpshooter next turn. We'll be able to twist both of these, or maybe even just twist this twice. That also seems pretty reasonable. And we have many twists available with the test pilot as well. Kind of just need a way to fight through these things. That's really all we're looking for here. I don't think we care about playing Wallbreaker yet. Let's just twist here. And twist... Oh, it's only on one that doesn't already have a weapon. Okay, interesting. Well, in that case... maybe we do play the Wallbreaker. Or we just twist this. Yeah, let's just twist here. And we're gonna leave it like that so that it can actually still block cleanly in the air. Swing, swing, and I think that's it, because then we leave back our Lightning Strike at least. So now they can pretty easily block this. They're just gonna chump here, makes sense. Oh, okay, take the 4, sure. No more twisting necessary. Wait, oh, that's only pay 2? Oh my goodness, that is... I didn't realize that. Damn, that's pretty good. Well, we know they're not going to swing with this, so we don't actually need to hold it up, so let's just do this. I didn't actually realize it was 2, I thought it was 3 for whatever reason. I outright despise Defiance as a card. Yeah, I mean, there's good reason for that, Junk Rush. And also, hey, how are you tonight? Yeah, it's a pretty tilting card to see across the table, too. You feel kind of like a god when you have it, and then you feel so very bad when you are getting it used against you. Especially in Constructed where multiples are being played, then it feels really bad. Another Justice, that seems fine. So, let's play the Wallbreaker. Swing, swing, swing. I think that's it. And we're just gonna infinitely leave up the Lightning Strike. The world needs to maintain its high salt production so your Sticky gets Defiance. Yeah, I mean, there is sometimes a shortage of salt, so it's got to keep flowing, otherwise we'll run out. Double blocking there, interesting. Sure. That's how you want to play it. I mean, they could just 1-for-1 here. Yeah, that seems to make a little more sense. Although they're clearing off a unit that doesn't really affect them all that much. Chumping the 5-5 also makes sense. Are they gonna go after the 4-5? They are not. Alright, I mean, We're certainly doing a good job of whittling away our opponent's stuff. I think we just hold here. No real reason to twist. Feels good. Haha, just saw Defiance mentioned and got angry. Yeah. That's my most hated card possibly in the game right now. More than Palace? Oh, really? The games are going well. Thank you for asking. I mean, so far this game has been going amazingly well, which is pretty sweet. I would like for all the games to go like this, where we actually hit all our influence and are doing double Platemaker things. I think we might as well twist here. And then swing. Oh, we could have twisted here actually. Maybe should have done that instead. That's okay. And we're not leaving our lightning strike up, which is also bad. I messed that up a bit. I think it's okay though. We're just gonna keep getting in with those two. The Eternal Directory is low sodium now that Jonah Vale's gone. Yeah, he is the OG Salt Lord. Yeah, he has been. I think he's basically done with Eternal now. He's kind of crushing it without being online. He doesn't really need Eternal anymore. I mean, I can get salty if you guys want salt. I can ratchet up the salt levels. If I see a Royal Decree played against me, I'll probably get pretty salty. Yeah, not to mention a Dream Daddy, yeah. Hey, what's going on, Barry Dan? How are you today? No, it's okay? Okay. Alright. Well, if you need me to get salty, I can do it. That's all I'm saying. Let's go here, I think? Because why not? Oh, another test pilot? Absolutely. Twist it for funsies. They still can't kill it, so we're just gonna swing here, here, and here. Actually, do we just get him with everything? What happens if we ace base? They have to chomp, chomp, chomp. They take 4, 8, 9, 10. I think we just ace base here. Screw it. If they really want to kill, well, maybe we should have twisted one more time since we're ace basing, but I think it's fine. They're in a real bad spot. Not very motivated. Yeah, he's definitely dominating the Albion directory. Fake salt doesn't count. Yeah, that's true. Fake salt doesn't count. I was just giving it to us? Alright, I'll take that. Oof. Well, we have no primal, but we have Platemaker and Test Pilot. Who needs primal? We even have our withstand for good measure, and double justice to boot. Let's do it. We'll find primal eventually. Someday. We don't need it yet. Oh, should have played that. I'm a dummy. Sometimes I forget this costs 2 when it shifts. Just like that moment right there. Although we weren't doing anything on turn 3 anyway, so I think it's fine. Now we can just play it and actually block with it, potentially. Curator. I mean, it's a justice card, it's a blocker, we'll keep it. Had a pretty hectic week. My daughter turned 1 on Saturday. Oh wow, nice, congratulations. Finally just finished storing half her toys and finding spots for them. Oh man. Yeah, that's definitely a thing you gotta do, figuring out where all the toys go. That's one nice thing about not having any kids. You don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. Alright, we're gonna go Test Pilot first. And then we'll play the good old Platemaker. We can't twist it yet, but that's okay. I think people shift cards too much. I like not shifting on turn 2. Yeah, I think that situation specifically, it certainly made sense. Just specifically because we had absolutely nothing to do on 3, and it allows us to at least have the chance of blocking if we want to, where we would not have otherwise, so I think it worked out. So we have a Pyre Adept. I don't think we want the Pyre Adept yet. We're just gonna go ahead and Platemaker here. And watch the salt rise in our opponent. Really depends on the card design. Yeah, that's true. It depends on what you get for it, I think. If it's like massively undercosted when you shift it, I think that's obviously a reason to do so. But for this one specifically, it worked out in our favor. That I would like to be gone. I'd also like that to be gone. Symmetrical though, so it'll die if we do any kind of damage to it. So, do we withstand on the flyer or the Platemaker? Or do we just wait? Maybe we just wait. I don't think playing anything here helps us. And then maybe they do like a twist and we can go ahead and withstand on whatever they twist onto. That might be a good thing to do. I think we're gonna do that. Yeah, I think we will withstand on Platemaker because I think that's where the stun's gonna go. And then we'll just be ready for it in response. That way they can't just pop the Aegis. That's what I meant. Sometimes it's better to shift if you're going to have a better ability, or a better play on the same turn. Yes, absolutely. I'd swing since they have 0 power. Well, I don't know. I guess we could have since we had the withstand. That's not unreasonable. Do we put it on Platemaker though? Honestly, I think because they can actually gang block and get their blocking, maybe we just put it on the flyer. So we can just start twisting onto the flyer a million times and start getting in there. Oh, we can't twist on the flyer a million times. We can only do it once, but I feel like we should withstand here. Oh yeah, we got Masters. I've been in Masters for a couple weeks now. I think we're gonna go on the flyer, honestly. Even though Platemaker can get stunned, obviously, I think it makes more sense to put it on the unit we can actually attack with, because we can't really attack into this with the Platemaker.
Remove their impurities.
And we can actually furnish on it, but furnishing on it doesn't really help us here. We can furnish here though, which does help us. So we're gonna swing. I'm not gonna pummel here. We're just gonna play the Pyro Adept. Oh, we don't have Primal, so we can't actually furnish. Duh. That's okay though. Platemaker, then pummel him. Yeah, well, I mean, we could have done that, certainly, but I mean, we forced him to waste the twist on the Aegis there, which I guess we would have done anyway, but now he only has one more twist, which is good for us. So we're definitely blocking here. I think we'd take the rest of the damage though. I guess mostly I tune in when you're building a deck rather than playing, they get sidetracked. Ah, I see. No worries, man. I mean, the deck building part is some of the most fun, so I can understand that for sure. So, do we just twist a bunch here? I mean, I don't see why not. I could get used to this as well. Just get in for 10. I mean, we could just twist it one more time and win next turn, so that is a way to win a game. Oh, or downfall. Shit. Well, it's just certainly far from over, but that is an issue. But I see people shift just to play the card early, even though they could just play it unshifted next turn with no other plays. Yeah, especially when you have no other plays, I think that's incorrect, definitely. All right, we can trade 3/1s here. I don't see any fast spell action, but just to be safe. So this will not kill that. Warping this off the top is fantastic. Another one. DJ Khaled. I think that one can go, well, yeah, you know what? Let's keep it on top. Let's do it again. Shifted. And another machete is completely fine as well. They can double block here, so we're just gonna pass. Yeah, it depends what you're planning to do too. Yeah, I completely agree. And yeah, I think warping there was correct. Ooh, that's rough, but that's okay. We have another one. We have another one somewhere in the deck. It's starting to look a little hairy though. In fact, we actually might just be dead. We'll have to see here. Let's see, so we'll have these two coming down. We can put machetes on them, so we can get 8 damage in guaranteed. If we drop 1 more power, we can do all 9 in 1 turn. And an Unseen Ghostblade is really bad. Are we just dead? Yeah, we are. Alright, well, unfortunate, but our opponent got there. Nothing we could do. I don't think there was anything we could have done differently there, except maybe not shift the second one, but yeah, it happens. This is not good. I mean, we can test pilot on 4 and that's it. I think we gotta pitch that one. If they single block, they lose the guy, which is also fine. Yeah. Actually, I don't know. They might not be able to kill it with the weapon without dying. Can't remember the numbers. Yeah, you guys might be right. I could have misplayed there. There certainly was a way to win that game, I think. And it wasn't the way we played it, so maybe I did misplay somewhere along the way. It's okay. We're just gonna win 7 in a row now. Or 6 in a row, not 7 in a row. Yeah, it definitely sounds like a lot of hypothetical to me as well. Let's go Apprentice first. Because this guy is charged, so he's gonna get in. The turn he's coming down, of course. Yeah, we'll take 2. Sorceress, fine. So I think for efficiency, we're gonna play this not shifted. Lightning Strike, yes, we'll keep you. We certainly need 1 more Justice, and soon if we can find it, but we have plenty of things going on otherwise. Oh, there's a Defiance. Alright, well, opponent's getting pretty low on action here. So while that is annoying, it's not the end of the world. And I mean, we will just block here, because obviously we don't trade, but at least it gets the 2 damage not to our face. I'm jealous of Matty's shiny powers. Why don't mine look like that? Yeah, it is nice having the shinies. That was, I mean, they got me with the shinies, man. What can I say? And they look sweet, so I'm not even complaining. Alright, we're gonna shift this. Yeah, we'll keep the Flash Freeze here. Play this dude and just pass. Maybe we should have left up Flash Freeze, or Lightning Strike, I mean. I think it's probably okay, though. Mine don't, because I don't like premium, so I never bought them. I mean, hey, you know, if you don't like them, you don't like them. There you go. Ugh, that's awkward. Well, we wouldn't be able to kill that with the Lightning Strike anyway. It's certainly a bummer, though. Alright, we're just going to double block here. We need a way to kill this eventually, and I'm not sure what that is. We can stun it. We can stun it this turn even, but I think we're going to play Test Pilot and just pass? Are we going to chump here? I don't... we kind of have to, right? Yeah. Alright, we're going to leave it back. $10 to tell you opponent you pledge, pay to lose. Yeah. That is a good point. It does give away pledge, which is not a good thing. We have to jump here, right? Maybe not. Let's let it go this time. We can Flash Freeze it next turn. Justice? Oh, great. Alright, well, we're certainly in trouble now. Our opponent was very aggressive, and we're lacking Justice. I think if we had found a second Justice before now, we'd be in pretty good shape. No, I guess we can block here. That's all you're doing. I guess they probably have something, right? They gotta. A Warhawk, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So now I think we stun these two. Fire Sigil, not what we were hoping for. I think that's fine. Hit him with everything. We gotta get as much damage in as we can. I don't think we can race this though. We can kill the Warhawk with the strike. It's just this 5/5 that we have absolutely no way to deal with, and that's a major issue. We need a way to block it, really. That's kind of the only thing we can do. They are pay to win for scouting plus seek power, though. Play half and half. Alright, we found our Justice. That's solid. So let's put the weapon here. That lets us block the 5/5 at least. I think we have to jump block. We can kill it next turn, but I don't want to take the damage here. It sucks that we lose the test pilot, but kind of had to do it. We can't risk they have a high alert and just kill us. A melee? Are you actually kidding? Alright, well, there's no beating that, really. That's pretty absurd, actually. Oh my goodness. Alright. Yeah, we're dead. There's no beating that. Very, very unfortunate.
Remove their impurities.
Yeah, Yikes is right. Top decking the second lightning strike would actually do it. That is very true. I'm assuming they're getting in with the flyers here. Second lightning strike would go a long way, even though they might get a 1/1. Seems so unlikely we're gonna draw that though. Flash freeze off the table, so our interaction is exactly gone now. I mean, we can bounce this at least, that's the thing. They're just gonna keep collecting little dudes, and this is not gonna help us. Actually, Twist. Twist will do it, right? Yeah, Twist and Lightning Strike, that will do it. So we may have a chance yet, we'll see. It's gonna depend on the quality of our opponent's draw here. Yeah, Withstand would definitely work as well. This also works. They don't have a fast spell, so that's good. Alright. We're not out of the woods yet, but we're also not dead yet, so those are things. So it already has a weapon. I think we need to put this here? Put it here, I guess. 4/4 or 5/3? What does 5/3 get us over 4/4? Nothing really? I think we'll just do it here. We want to leave this a 4/5 so we can always block this. Is there anything else we want to do here? I mean, we could just do it one more time. I think we want to wait though. In case we draw another test pilot. Yeah, I don't know why he didn't attack with all the flyers either. That's a little bit odd. And I think it does actually give us a shot. Because yeah, if they had swung with everything, they knew we had to block the Amelie. It would have put us... Would that put us dead? That might have actually put us dead, right? Yeah. Or no, because they got this one off the second attack. So that would have put him at... Or put us at 2. And then I think they would have lethal in the air, yeah. So yeah, opponent helped us out big time. That said, we're drawing exactly nothing useful, so we're still in trouble, but we might have a shot. It's not impossible we win this game, but we're running out of time because opponent's going to draw something eventually, and we are not apparently. Oh, thank you, deck. That's a fantastic draw. It's kind of exactly the draw we needed to have a chance of winning this game. It's obviously easy to kill the 6/1 now, but it's pretty okay. Awkward. Would have liked to put a weapon on that. Still think we're okay though. For now, anyway. Withstand would be fantastic. Putting Withstand on this might win us the game. That means they have a trick. I think we double block just for safety. Sharpen Reflex, yep. Alright, so that was a good instinct. I guess that doesn't put it out of range anyway, right? Scared of Defiance Hyler? Yeah, that could be. That definitely could be. Yeah, because we did keep a power in hand, so they would have reason to be scared of that, certainly. Salamander, not a great draw. Also still not dead, so that's the thing. I guess we just pass here? Oh, we could pop the armor as well with the Salamander if we want to. Another Sharpshooter. Man, so we're just hoping for a Withstand so we can twist this a couple times on these. So we can actually put some reasonably sustained pressure on our opponent. And I like that very much. I don't want a weapon here. We really want the Withstand to be able to keep twisting this without it dying. I think we do want to pop the armor just for safety so that this thing doesn't fly. I don't want to have a situation where they have like a high alert or something to kill us with a flyer. Salamander's like 8 damage if it has to be. It certainly could be, yeah. If we find some weapons and things. Armor Salamander, then Withstand Salamander. We could do that. We certainly could do that. That would be a lot of twisting on the Salamander. I don't think that's quite enough to win though. We need these flyers to be out of the way first. Maybe we can just bore our opponent to death. Is the board stall effective in that regard? I think maybe. Although Psychotronic is number 20 drafter, so probably has a reasonable amount of patience and discipline, so I don't think he's going to be scooping anytime soon. Go for the mole. Retribution. Well, that's bad. That's really bad. That actually kills us, I think. We cannot get enough damage to win here. Burnish. How do we win this, guys? What happens if we ace face? They can block basically everything, we're just dead. I think we are dead. 22 turns to go, yeah. I mean, yeah, we have to ace base, but I guess, yeah, I mean, I guess we just, well, let's just do it. We gotta just pull the trigger and hope. Obviously, we don't have any hope, but we're just gonna see what happens. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Double blocking there, interesting. So wait, this is 9 damage here. 12. If we save this, it gets through for 3. That's 15. And then we can twist it twice. That's 19. Is that actually a win? That might actually be a win. I think that is Xaxes, guys. Is it? Did I math wrong? Oh no, because it doesn't have a big enough booty to. Oh no, we can twist it twice. Yeah. Right? Oh my god. You are kidding me. That might be the best one I've gotten in this entire format. Oh my god. Alright. Yeah, GG's to you, Psychotronic. That was excellent. Alright, this one we cannot keep, I don't think. We maybe could have gotten away with it. This one's about the same, but I guess we keep this one. We don't have any Primal in this hand. Yeah, it was definitely a great game. And no one expects the Salamander lethal, absolutely. I certainly don't. I didn't think it was going to work, but it got us exactly there. And the 1 power we got from the, whatever the 2-4 thing, Berserk thing is, helped us get there too. Hey, Kide, thank you so much for that follow. Really appreciate that. Let's go Mining Team first, I think. Rusty, yes. Rusty Granamoto, that's a... He definitely pulled his weight there. We gotta put Flash Freeze bottom, unfortunately. Yeah, the Furnace lethal, absolutely. Master's Puzzle odds and ends solved, yeah. We did it, we got there. Alright, I guess we could have played Salamander. Maybe that was dumb. That's okay, we'll swing here. And we are 1 power away from Platemaker. We got Machete, we got all kinds of good stuff. We just need 1 more power and we're good. It's the new Katra combo, except way less effective. Yeah, that's exactly what I had in mind, yeah. Yeah, I thought you were already following too, Kide. But no worries, you got there. It is all good, my friends. And thank you again, do appreciate that. Rusty Furnish Salamander combo deck, yeah. Furnish added 7 damage to the 19 total. I guess that's true, right? Yeah, because the second attack from the Berserk would not have gotten through otherwise, and then the 2 twists. Yeah. Furnish does 7 damage sometimes, guys. Who knew? Yeah, I think we'll go Platemaker here. Seems decent. Maybe we hold that back, just in case we want to put a thing on it. If we like it, then we might put a thing on it. Also makes them not able to swing with the 1-1, which they wouldn't be able to anyway with the 2-5, but you know. Furnish was Burnish, yeah. Should I first pick Furnish? Yeah, absolutely, Shadows. First pick Furnish every time, because it does 7 damage. Guaranteed. It's basically easy mode when you have Furnish. New best fire common? Yes, the primal pump is the new best fire common. No, I know you meant Salamander, yeah. Yeah, strongest is primal all the way. I think we all knew that, right? That's what everybody's been saying. Just pick primal and you're good to go. That's what I keep hearing from all the big dudes. Alright, so let's put this here. I think we play Salamander. We can do Machete next turn. Swing with all 3 of these Mamma Jammas. Might even be a chump block on the 3-4. No, sweet. Well, opponent down to 11 I like very much. Opponent can't really swing here. If they do, I think we just basically win the game. Oh yeah, it is phone. Potentially a very big next turn, yeah. I mean, we can twist on it and play the Machete on it. That's pretty huge indeed. Like I said, I don't think they can swing unless they have 2 blockers in hand they can play. That's 1 blocker. What are you getting with that? Hopefully nothing too scary. I guess we'll find out. I think it's huge Salamander time. Another Platemaker? Absolutely. So if we swing with the Salamander, they have plenty of ways to block. I think it might be A-Space here. They could trade with Platemaker, but we have another one off the top, so that's not that big of a deal. And if they do, they have to use everything else to kill Salamander. I think we just go for it. Our opponent's the one under pressure here. I think it's time to just push in and not be concerned with things such as things dying. Yeah, triple block is fine. We still got in for 6 here. All their things are dead. And we have another Platemaker waiting in the wings here. Yeah, definitely a space there. Can a Platemaker play a weapon on a different Platemaker? Yes, it can. As long as it doesn't already have a weapon on it, it certainly can. Forgot to suit up the 2-2 first. Oh, could we have? I don't think we could have, right? Because we... What was our power sync there? We twisted Platemaker on the Salamander, and then we played the Machete, so I don't think we could have, right? Yeah, we didn't quite have enough power for it, yep. We can certainly do it now. And I believe that is what we do. To guarantee 4 damage gets through. Yep, Chump is fine. And they're gonna need to have exactly 2 blockers in hand to not die. Yeah, sweet. Alright. This is fine. We're missing 1 Justice and then we're good. And I guess I'm not gonna sleep. Tried for a couple hours, no luck. Hey, what's up, Fast Cookie? Well, sorry you can't sleep, but certainly happy to have you with us. So we got Salamander on 3. It's a bit of a slow hand, to be sure. And we are gonna need Justice in the near future, but definitely could get there. We get to curve out 3-4. We also have a Pyrodept. And Pyrodept is something I would want to run into, or put in front of this thing. Just trade Pyrodept, seems fine. And for that reason, I think we play it here. It's unfortunate we didn't draw it a turn earlier, but what are you gonna do? You get what you get, and you don't throw a fit, you know? Alright, well, Char would have killed the Salamander as well, so feeling even better about the decision to play it. And now we play Test Pilot, which can block cleanly, and I like that. You really think Trailblaze is worth a splash? No. I don't think that Trailblaze by itself is worth a splash, but that's not the only thing we're splashing for. Lightning Strike and Flash Freeze are the main reasons we're splashing. And did we even keep the Trailblaze? I don't remember if we did or not. But no. So are you asking for this deck specifically, or for a separate deck? Like one that you're playing? Because that would be a different story, maybe. And kind of depends on what the deck is trying to do, I think. We sizzle here. I think we go Machete. Ooh, there's our second Justice. That's beautiful. And I think we just pass here. This one? Yeah, so if we were just splashing for that, no, absolutely not. But we are mainly splashing for, like I said, the Lightning Strikes and the Flash Freeze, and even the Furnish, to a not unreasonable extent. So, I think by itself, definitely not, but in this shell with the things that we actually are splashing for, yes, I think it is. Especially because it's a scout, which helps us with fixing just to a little bit of an extent. Not explicitly, but it can help smooth things out in terms of influence. I think we just keep passing here. No reason to rush things. Seems weird. I'd rather have a power than that. Yeah, so those 3 make sense for sure. Oh man, that's rough actually. Okay, well. They didn't do the Onslaught though, which was weird. But sure. Well, I guess we just give up on Salamander and just kill this. Oh, they have a fast spell too? Yikes. Pummel. So Furnish doesn't even save it. Ugh, gross. Alright, well, it saved us damage at least. We need to draw some units to win anyway. Certainly unfortunate, but we're a long way from winning anyway. So hopefully we draw some units in the very near future. But yeah, I mean, the Trailblaze was just kind of like the last addition to the deck, the last thing that we left in, really. We are gonna lose this game because we did not find anything reasonable. They get in for 11. Not swinging the 4-2. I guess that makes sense. Yeah. All right. So we'll trade here. At least we get something out of it, and then yeah, we need a lot to go our way here. Oof. Yeah, I think that might seal it up. Oh yeah. All right. How many cards do you keep in your deck when you draft? Is it roughly 27? So if you're talking about just action cards and not power cards, yeah, somewhere around 27 and 18 is pretty good. Like, that's a good baseline. But a lot of times will go 28 and 17. And in very, very aggressive decks, sometimes go 29 and 16. But that's only in very extremely low to the ground aggressive decks. Because it's pretty risky to go lower than that 17 threshold in my mind. 18 is usually where you want to be, although I almost never do 18 power. I'm almost always 17. And I don't know exactly why that is. That's probably why I don't do as well as someone like a Mum or a Caleb. But those guys are just fantastically good at draft, so they're just kind of on another level than I am. Greta Motive's really good here. We got a good blocker. They probably have a Char or something like that, so if they swing, we're not gonna buy into that. We have all our influence here, so finding a Platemaker would be sweet. Quake Titan, oh, there we go. Quake Titan is gross, but not the end of the world. I think we play the Platemaker here. Oh yeah, cast 2, definitely, absolutely. You're number 1 in my heart. Oh, well thank you, T-Feek. I appreciate that. Even if the Trailblaze is wrong. Well, I appreciate you allowing that for me. Ooh. Withstand is very nice. Alright, well, we're gonna play Test Pilot first.
To the skies.
To the skies indeed. So we maybe should have kept Lightning Strike up there, but I think establishing the board a little more is good. All of these are X1, so we have great blocks. Sharpshooter, I would like that to die in the near future. That is a good draw. So we can twist here, and I think we do. And then I think we're just gonna pass. Hopefully they can't pump this up too much. They probably have a machete though, if I had to guess. It's really the only weapon that makes any sense in Praxis. Could be a Spiked Helm, I guess, if we're lucky. Outdraw. That's very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Alright. No Onslaught, though. Yeah, I didn't like that at all. But we have a pretty big Torrid Test Pilot here. Can we race? So we can Flash Freeze 2 things here. We'd be taking 5, they're taking 4. We can twist 1 more time. Alright. Well, no, I think we gotta wait. I want to make sure we leave up Withstand in case they have some other removal for Test Pilot. That was a pretty rough outdraw. Okay. So we're gonna block here and here. Really? Okay, so they have a char, something like that. Ah, Vorlunk. Okay. No, Vorlunk, not gonna do anything here.
Bring it on!
Salamander's a great draw. I think we're just gonna get in so we can flash freeze things on their turn. And if we twist once, we have a 2-turn clock. Actually, we have a 2-turn clock now, don't we? Yep, so we're gonna stun and stun. Take 2. Remaining card is power, maybe? Would love for it to be power.
Have to get used to this.
Maybe we should have twisted first. Yeah. That would have been game, wouldn't it? Oops. Oopsie daisy. Well, it's okay. We got this. Yeah, we missed lethal there, because if we had twisted it would have been 2 more damage from the swings and 2 to the face. So yeah, we missed lethal there, but we are still going to win this game very easily. They would need this to be 2 cards, and that's not 2 cards, it's 1 card. So we got this. See, we're so good at draft, we miss lethal and we still win. Yeah, cannot keep this one at all. So we have only fire cards. I just don't see how we can actually keep this. Like, yeah, we have only fire cards, but what happens when we draw past this and it's all anything but fire? I think we gotta redraw. Also pretty bad, but I think better. And we have the Trailblaze, which I think is actually pretty good in this hand. Yeah, double Platemaker and a Withstand. It is definitely a sick deck. The only issue we're ever gonna have is actually getting to our influences. And so far it hasn't been that much of an issue. But it's looking like it might bite us here. I'll take your apology in the chat, Tifi, because Trailblaze is looking pretty good right now. No, don't disconnect, please. Don't you do it. Oh yeah, I'm gonna call you out. You called me out. What, I'm not gonna call you back out? Come on. Alright, so we just need a Justice. That's all we need. I am, of course, just messing with you, T-Feek. Stained Honor? Okay. I mean, there's no Katra in the format, so I'm not too worried about the actual combo. But they could have some very cheap or free twisting going on. I mean, they can twist that mother thing for free. What's this called again? Blood Nurse. That was way off. I'll be on the watch for when we don't have the influence and get some payback. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, I mean, it goes both ways, right? Don't believe it, he is mean-spirited? Yeah, yes. I'm your new Salt Lord. Welcome. So let's see, we can... I think we just Machete. Why not? Platemaker, number 2. God, I really don't want to put that on bottom, but we have to. It's very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. So if they triple block, we still kill everything. And then we can just furnish. And then we have a 6/7 on board with Overwhelm. Kind of like that. 3 colors, what nonsense is this? Yeah, good question, because this is actually exactly the first 3-faction deck that I've played since the new format dropped. And so far I'm very much enjoying this one. We even get to Granite Coin on this fool. Get out of here. I think we're gonna save Furnish to surprise him. And I mean, we can win this race if it stays like this. Okay, well, just kidding. Curious that they didn't swing first, but yeah, sure. Come on, Justice. Justice off the top. Come on, baby. Oof. Alright, well, not Justice off the top, but it is a card. A card we can play. I will take it. Certainly would like a Justice, though. Please, deck. Do me this one courtesy of giving me a Justice. You can do it. Yeah, exactly. We need to splash Trailblaze. That was the only reason. No other reason whatsoever. Certainly not removal. And also, what's up, Tioras? How are you tonight? So, we cannot swing in and get the full value from him, the Furnish. I think we're just going to save the Flash Freeze for this thing. Could also block and Lightning Strike it eventually. The 2 damage in the air is whatever for now. Yeah, I think we just take that too. Not concerned at this point. If it gets bigger, we'll consider Lightning Striking it. For now, not really too big of a deal. Okay. Give us every power except for Justice. I forgot I need to try to Jedi Mind Trick my deck into giving me what I want by telling it what I don't want. So, or reverse psychology, that's how we do it. So I want anything but a Justice Sigil, please, deck. Literally anything but a Justice Sigil. I'll be so mad if you give me Justice. Oh, okay, I'm mad. Alright, so... God, this feels so bad. I guess the good news is we do get to Flash Freeze. So they don't get the free 4 damage in. I'm good if tonight, after 5 shifts at the hospital, so... Oh, jeez. 5 shifts, that is many. Well, certainly glad to have you. Yeah, we can't do anything about that. That's a bummer, but... Yep, nothing we can do. Credits will do fine. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and do this, and... this, I guess. There's a pun about there being no Justice in this deck, yeah. Couldn't you have saved it with Furnish? No, because it's based on the attack. So, because it only buffs the butt, it doesn't actually help. Trying the other double Justice card, not great. Not great at all. No worries, Hazius. It is all good, my friend. Got a hospital bill of $900. Oh my gosh, what happens for your chiller? I love buffing the booty too. That's one of my favorite things to do. Big booties are where it's at. Oh, come on. Just give us a Justice. It's really not that hard.
To the skies. Get used to this.
Might as well twist. Maybe we shouldn't have twisted. We could have saved the Lightning Strike. Yeah, that was kind of bad. Yeah, we'll block here and here. See what happens. So they have to choose between saving one of these two. They obviously have some kind of fastball. Oh, okay, that's what that was from. Running over the arm with the truck. I remember you talking about that. Yeah, how's that healing up? I know that was pretty bad at least a few weeks ago, but I haven't asked you about that in a while. Hope it's feeling better. Cabal Tactic. Well, that's certainly not ideal in any way, because we actually can't save anything. Yeah. Well, Dream Dying. I mean, we still got 4 wins with the deck. We just got killed by our Justice Sigil here. And even drawing it now just doesn't do anything. Yeah, we still never found it. So, yeah, I mean, the worst fear came to fruition. Although it only happened in 1 game, it was just the cause of one of our losses, so it certainly could have gone a lot worse in that regard, and this was still a really, really fun deck. It's also a bit unfortunate that we pivoted so late, because we didn't actually know we wanted Justice until very late in the packs, when we found the Platemaker into Platemaker in 2 consecutive packs, so that's another thing to consider. We just didn't really know we were going to be there. I guess we're not technically dead yet, but we were pretty much dead. Got a fracture in your thumb? May need surgery, yikes. That is unfortunate. Well, I hope it heals up soon, my friends. Just for the twisting, interesting. Yeah, Cabal Tactic is definitely an effective combat trick. No doubt about it. Now I think we're definitely dead. I mean, yeah. Well, we just never found our second Justice. Still though, I mean, we went 4-3, which is still really good, and especially because we only got screwed by our influence 1 time, where I thought that was going to be the cause of our losses pretty much every time. And I think we could have maybe squeaked out 1 more win potentially, but we also could have gotten beat by the opponent in that insane game, so I think it probably would have evened out to about the same, and we just hoped that we didn't get influence screwed, and we got influence screwed at exactly the wrong time, but it happens, and there you go. I mean, it was still a really, really fun deck, and that 1 game was just so fun, so I cannot complain at all.